It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Keyword here with you as we get set for a division rematch, Brock. One side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bull.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're away on EA Sports. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll get a look at their signal caller playing in his 7th season.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 3 now. Slot man motioned over. Second and 3. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, it's not often that you see a toss play end in a stalemate. Normally, well, you win the race to the edge and gain some good yardage, or it's sniffed out and someone's waiting to drop him behind the line, but not that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. To throw it on 1st down. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now hang on, because this is big. Their quarterback shaken up on that play, and they need him with the postseason just around the corner. On now comes their punter. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Give now to the running back. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Stuck at the line, and now it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 3 yards that time. They're left to figure out a 3rd and 15.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. First carry here for the rookie out of Texas A&M. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He takes this in on his side of midfield, and he's brought down before the return gets far. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
They bring the pressure, and down he goes! And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, this is one of those times and moments that even though it's been years and decades, I can still hear the great Mike Holmgren saying to me, after I tried to scramble as a QB that couldn't really run like our guy today, and he would say, "Oh, Brock, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart." And really what he's saying is, don't ever try that again.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Drive starts with an option, right side. Ooh, found a soft spot, crosses the 25. And he makes it all the way up to the 32-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing now on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play coming here. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Fant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 40 on 2nd down. Finds a man right side. And they take him down right along the 30. All set up now for 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Now looking to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Brown now for the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense getting set to go. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back now, pressure on its way. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's knocked loose. And he's in for the touchdown. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Slot man in motion left. They'll try and punch it, dive in for the goal line, and it's not free! Scooped up by the defense.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on as we recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And that last impressive touchdown drive, now they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're back. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They're headed up the middle, and he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
One more push from the ground game. Goes up and over for the touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Here comes their offense out again. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Motioning one of the tight ends. They're running the option, short side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought in that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. First down, he'll throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he drives it up past the 45. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one flies out. No return from him, and they're putting the ball right at the 40-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. they'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 4.
Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on first down. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 17. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's 4th down. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, 34 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. Their offense running back out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New set of downs for him at the 38. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch made over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Complete over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys grow their lead just before halftime. Brown now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys drive their lead to 11. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. To throw here on first down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 29. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Handoff now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The run nets them 9, so a little easier for them now. It's 3rd and 7. Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. They'll throw on first. Look, this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached halftime, and it's a comfortable 11-point lead for them at the break. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL.
Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. First down, ball at the 36. Plowing up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give them a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They send the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throw left side, caught by Schultz. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Bring it.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives it forward for a modest gain. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Just not quite enough to break the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to try for 2.
The offense will line up for a...
He's throwing for it! And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now outruns their offense to take over. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They bring their tight end left. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be a first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And among his touchdowns out of the backfield this season, this one is notable. On that last drive, he hit a benchmark that he's been pushing for. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right, when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because he threw it in double coverage. And he
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The visitors back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
3rd and long for him here. Completed to his running back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
He's out near midfield and still going. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives them the first. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's still just a one-score game as we resume play in the fourth. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 46. Finds his back complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds Schultz on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 19. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
It's 3rd and 1.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
He's got it! And in for the touchdown! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a fourth-quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1. And now they're left with 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd and 3 now. They'll run it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. Bails out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Finds him on the slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they'll have 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Here's 2nd and 11. Hits him on the out route. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 from the 41. Running it now out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Decent gain here, but short of the first. They get 9 out of the run, but a chunk of yards remaining now on fourth down.
Well, that's a case where defensively you've got to keep your eyes in the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, it gives them room for a gain just like that.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Here's the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.